Can I walk onto 9 Division I football fields, make field goals, 3 Division I basketball courts, make 3-pointers, go to an NFL game, and hit a dozen random tourist stops in 3 days? I'm Big Jank. I've made field goals at more than 100 D1 stadiums, got another road trip lined up. It is about 6:30 pre-dawn in Baltimore, hitting Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, back to Ohio, West Virginia, and then back to Baltimore. Always got to check out the bank upon departure and arrival. Going to show a bit more detail, go a bit more in-depth about the logistics, how I operate on these road trips. Check it out. It is dawn. December, probably the worst time to take a road trip. 9, maybe 9.5 hours of daylight at most. Got to pack a lot into the days. Have to maximize the daytime. First stop in about an hour, just in time for the morning, the world's largest coffee pot. I'm feeling the Sean Taylor shirt, RIP, for the world's largest coffee pot. I'm at the world's largest coffee pot. The world's largest coffee pot is in Bedford, Pennsylvania. It's 18 feet tall and 22 feet wide. There are millions and millions of coffee pots in the world, and this one is larger than all of them. Next stop, gonna be the newest person in New Baltimore, Pennsylvania. I'm the newest person in New Baltimore. 137 people live in New Baltimore, and I'm newer than all of them. First snow sighting on the trip in Western PA. Got the longest driving stretch of the day now, about 2.5 hours to the first of hopefully 4 D1 stadiums today. Youngstown State, Akron, Bowling Green, and then hopefully get to Toledo before sundown, drive to Ann Arbor, stay in Michigan. Staple for any road trip, caffeine. Usually go iced coffee in the morning, energy drink or drinks in the afternoon. Groom's bride is a whore. I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of? People often ask how or why I go on all these long road trips. And if you look at it like, it's an 8-hour day to get to one destination, yeah, that kind of sucks. But if you had planned a bunch of stops, you're stopping every hour, hour and a half, then you have something exciting to look forward to every hour. And that is what keeps it fresh and new and doesn't seem that long. New state, Ohio, and before noon. Almost always get behind on these road trips. Great way to start off the day, actually on pace. Time to throw on the kicking shoes. Youngstown State. Let's see if we can kick some field goals. This does not look promising. Looks like a closed gate, but when we turn right, there we go. Wide open. Youngstown State Stambaugh Stadium, home of one of the most unique mascots in all of sports, the Penguins, a beauty of a stadium in Youngstown, Ohio. Got some kicks up at Youngstown State, 47 yards out, up, and good. 1 for 1, next stop Akron, about a 45-minute drive. Akron, let's see if we can kick some field goals. Second time around, trying every numbered door again. 18, looks like I didn't pull hard enough previously because now it is open. Akron Infocision Stadium, home of one of the best mascots, the Zips, a sensational stadium in Akron, Ohio. Got some Zips kicks up, 40 yards out, up and through. I am officially locked in Akron Stadium. The door I came in is locked to go out. The question becomes, can I get out of Akron's football stadium? Not a terrible place to get stuck out of all the places possible. Finally, a door that's ajar. All right, looks like some sort of storage closet. Hopefully I don't get trapped in here. We'll leave that ajar. And let's see if, hopefully, I can get out of this place. Oh, thank God. Adonai. Anyone, thank you. I usually schedule in about 1 hour per D1 stadium stop, but that also accounts for food, bathroom, anything else that takes me off track. And now that I spent a full hour, maybe more at Akron, definitely behind schedule. Now I've got a 2-hour drive to Bowling Green. Sunsets in about 2.5, 3 hours tops. Can I make it to Bowling Green and Toledo and make field goals in the next 2.5 hours? First sign of bad weather, we've got rain coming down in Ohio. Definitely not the most fun kicking field goals in the rain. On the road, great excuse to eat fast food.
Got time, but you got goals. Hey baby, waste your time with me in North Ohio.
So we got rain and rain. Sunny skies may be back. The rain has come to a halt. At Bowling Green, let's see if we can kick some field goals. Third gate, not seeing an actual lock, so we'll just lift that and walk right in. There's always one door open. Doit Perry Stadium, Bowling Green, home of the Falcons, a fantastic stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio. Got some kicks up on the green turf at Bowling Green, 40 yards out, up and good. 3 for 3 on the day. Unfortunately, the sun just sat. No shot I'm making it to Toledo, which is about 30 minutes away, before total darkness. I'm heading that way anyway, so I'm still gonna stop by the stadium and see if by chance the lights are on, or if I can get in with some sort of night glow kick. Not only has darkness fallen, it is raining again and cold, the traveling trifecta. Toledo with a very nicely decorated tree. Toledo at night, in the rain. Let's see if we can kick some field goals. Service gate 1 has a lock on it, but it is not locked, and the door is ajar. So let's see. Yep, always one door open around a stadium. Toledo, the Glass Bowl, at night, in the rain, home of the Rockets, a spectacular stadium in Toledo, Ohio. Got some night kicks up at Toledo, 35 yards out, up and over. Not my first night field goal at a D1 stadium, made one at Alabama, Roll Tide, a couple of years ago. 4 for 4 on the day. Youngstown State, Akron, Bowling Green, Toledo. Unbelievable. It's about 6:45, about 12 hours since I left Baltimore this morning. Time to call it a night. Back at it tomorrow. Super pumped to stay at the Comfort Wheats. All right, day 2. Tough to fall asleep after such a high finish last night at Toledo in the dark. Was able to get a little bit of sleep. It's about 7:51. Sunrise is at 8 here in Michigan, which is crazy to me, but no reason to get up earlier. Got 3 massive stadium stops today. One 5 minutes away, Michigan, the big house, Michigan State, Notre Dame. Got a couple random stops, funny stops in between. Hopefully Butler basketball later in Indiana, legendary Hinkle Fieldhouse. And if I'm on time, hopefully hit maybe the second half of Bengals Broncos in Cincinnati. Michigan, home of the 2023 national champs. Let's see if we can kick some field goals. I think this might be the door I went through the first time around. And it looks like it is open once again. Always one door open. Michigan Stadium, the big house, largest football field in the entire country. Home of perennial powerhouse, the Wolverines, a phenomenal football stadium, the stadium of stadiums in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Got some kicks up at the big house in the rain, 45 yards out, up and good. So the doors I came in behind me are all locked to get out. So I am officially trapped inside Michigan Stadium. I can't even get to the concourse. This is not good. Thank God, Adonai, whoever, that the suite door was open. Get out of the rain, at least for a few minutes. Elevator, hopefully to freedom. Exit, no re-entry. I do not need to re-enter. Already made 2 kicks, and here we are at freedom, finally. Well, that took about an hour as I expected. Unfortunately, don't have time to check out the basketball arena. Strictly a football trip right now. Only so much daylight. On to Michigan State. Still pretty wet, unfortunately, from that one. About an hour drive now to East Lansing to go to Michigan State Spartan Stadium. Hopefully we'll dry up some in the next hour. Hopefully the rain will subside as well. Michigan State, let's see if we can kick some field goals. What's up, long lock? Door looks like it hasn't been touched in ages and is locked. Part of the game is knowing when to cut your losses, heading over to the practice field. And we did find a door ajar at Michigan State's practice facility, a beauty. Michigan State in East Lansing, home of the Spartans, a tremendous practice facility with both turf and natural grass fields. Got some kicks up off the ground at the practice field. Had to double check the footage to confirm. Up and good. Another hour at Michigan State. 1 for 2, although technically not a complete failure, making the field goal at the practice facility. Already at 10,000 steps definitely behind pace today so far. So I've been out about 4 hours now, only gotten 1 hour of driving done, considering I spent an hour plus at both Michigan and Michigan State. We'll be lucky to make the Bengals-Broncos game tonight, even by the fourth quarter at this point. Well worth the time though. Next stop, 1 hour drive to Climax, Michigan, where I will hope to be the highest person in Climax. Go-to energy drink on the road, the sweet nectar of Monster.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
I think I'm gonna rock the Coca-Cola jacket in Climax. I'm in Climax! I'm the highest person in Climax! I just made a 3 in Climax! Had an awesome time in Climax, actually a very nice small town in Michigan. Made the difficult but necessary decision that I will not be going to the NFL game tonight. No shot I make it there in time, at least without, speeding through everything else I want to do. So take the stress off a little bit, probably add in a couple more college basketball stops, enjoy the day a little bit more. Western Michigan, about 20 minutes away in Kalamazoo. Drove by Western Michigan's football stadium, definitely checking this out first. Western Michigan, let's see if we can kick some field goals. Would be happy to report to the receptionist if the door was open. Now this pops outside and it looks like heads over towards the field. Yep. Waldo Stadium at Western Michigan, home of the Broncos. Let's ride. An outstanding stadium in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Got some Broncos kicks up. Let's ride. 40 yards out, up and through. For the third time in 2 days, the door I got in to the stadium locked me out, and I'm stuck in here. Not the worst place to be stuck, but would like to leave at some point. Definitely not taking my chances on any barbed wire. Have to hope somehow one of these sweet doors is open. There we go. On this end, we got the head coach, meeting in progress. Offensive coordinator, players at the next level. Sky Moore, looks like we got a Caliendo, Barnes, Moore, Nealand, and finally the Pro Bowlers, Jason Babin, Greg Jennings. As long as these doors open, back to freedom. There we go. Awesome time at Western Michigan. Not even gonna go to the basketball arena after how great that was. On to Notre Dame, about an hour and a half to touchdown, Jesus. I don't know what they're up to in Michigan, but I've passed 3 state troopers on the side of the road in the last 5 minutes. I don't know if they're communicating about me going to these stadiums or something, but something to keep an eye out for. Part of what I love about these random stops is driving through small town America. Incredible. Cool little town, Cassopolis. Got some nice wreaths on the street. Very nice. Just realized I haven't eaten a meal yet today. It's 3:45. Been snacking on Chomp's beef sticks. So first meal, maybe the only meal of the day, Mickey D's. Notre Dame. Let's see if we can kick some field goals. Now we've got locks and chains. I mean, this is top tier security. I have a bad nose, but I haven't even sniffed an opening. So another entrance to the Duncan Student Center. Looks like it is ajar. Okay. See if this leads to anything. One door open so far. Found a pretty sweet basketball court and rec center. Wish I brought my basketball in here. Security found me wandering around the student union. I'm not even sure it connects, but was looking for something, escorted me out, was nice about it, said the student union is closed. No one at all is supposed to be in there, was questioning how I got in there, but better than being stuck in the stairwell. It is almost 6 o'clock. Darkness has fallen. Spent over an hour at Notre Dame. Third stop today, well over an hour. Certainly way behind where I wanted to be at this time. It's about 4 hours to Cincinnati, where I planned on staying tonight. Probably gonna hit the next stop, about 2 hours to Butler, legendary Hinkle Fieldhouse. Probably stay around there. Hinkle Fieldhouse at Butler. Let's see if we can make some threes. The student entrance. Well, I am a student of the game. All right. Hinkle Fieldhouse, Butler University, one of the most iconic basketball courts in the country. Home of the Bulldogs, a terrific arena in Indianapolis, Indiana. Been shooting around for about 20 minutes now. This place is awesome. Got some shots up, including a three-point shot, quick lay-in, and a half-court shot. Absolutely wild day. Made field goals at 2 of the 4 D1 stadiums, 2.5 if you include the practice field at Michigan State. Made a 3-point and a half-court shot at Butler, Michigan, Western Michigan, Butler, Michigan State. Thanks for having Notre Dame. Thanks for not having Cincinnati, about a 2-hour drive away. Probably going to go about half the distance. Get somewhere near Miami of Ohio in Oxford. Pick a hotel and back at it tomorrow. Headed home today. Unfortunately, pretty rainy, gloomy morning in Richmond, Indiana. First stop, Miami of Ohio, to hopefully kick a field goal in Oxford. About 40-minute drive. Can I walk onto 2 Division I football fields, make field goals, 2 Division I basketball courts, make 3-point shots, eat the first ever interstate Quest bar, and make it to Hanukkah at my fiance's house in Baltimore by 6 o'clock? It is super flooded out here. This is wild. On the border of Indiana and Ohio, I've got a Quest bar. I'm going to eat what is likely the first ever interstate Quest bar. Went with the s'mores, my personal favorite. Honestly, tastes a little bit like Indiana and Ohio. Got a little rain twang to it, a little light drizzle right now, but the first interstate Quest bar, delicious. I'm in Israel. I didn't know there was an Israel in Ohio, but I drove by it, so I had to stop. 1,100 people live in Israel, and I'm fairly confident I'm the only one wearing a Lamar Jackson Ravens jersey eating an orange right now. Miami, Ohio. Let's see if we can kick some field goals. And here we go, as usual. One door open. There is always one door open around a stadium. Miami, Ohio, Yager Stadium, home of the Red Hawks. A terrific stadium, even in the rain, in Oxford, Ohio. Got some Red Hawks kicks up, 35 yards out, right down the middle, up and through. Leaving Miami of Ohio in Oxford for the last D1 football stadium of the trip, about a 45-minute drive to Cincinnati. How did that guy get that number? Cincinnati. Let's see if we can kick some field goals. So approaching from this end, I mean, I don't even see a fence or a barrier or anything. We got steps right here, but look at this magnificent sight at Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Nippert Stadium, home to the incredible mascot, the Bearcats, a phenomenal football stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Got some kicks up at Cincinnati, the last D1 stop of the trip, up and good. By far longest driving stretch of the entire trip, a little bit over 4 hours from Cincinnati to Morgantown. All right, I am fed up with these Northern Hemisphere 8 a.m. sunrises. If I could have started my day an hour earlier, might have had a realistic shot at this. It's 11:30, I'm still in Cincinnati. Definitely have to cut out one of the basketball schools, but still going to West Virginia Coliseum.
You were right. I don't know why I can't get enough of you.
Been in standstill traffic for 15 minutes. Not looking good for 6 o'clock Hanukkah. You think my car can make it through this to go to the other side? I've driven tens of thousands of miles the last few years on road trips. Never have I ever been in standstill traffic for 45 minutes like this. I haven't moved an inch. No chance I'm making it to any basketball arenas at this point, unfortunately. We've reached an hour plus. Haven't moved an inch on the highway, but at least I've got Chomp's beef sticks if I'm stuck here long term. Tired of waiting around in traffic. Gonna see if someone on I-70 wants to play football. And what do you know? Right behind me, we got another Ravens fan. Let's go. I-70 football toss. Let's go Ravens. 2 hours later, we are fortunately past the traffic. I hope everyone is okay. Needless to say, I will not be making Hanukkah by 6 o'clock at this point. Still in the middle of Ohio. It is 3:45. Man, it really takes 2 hours of standstill traffic for you to appreciate the freedom of the open roads. West Virginia, take me home. Brief time in West Virginia. Now we're in Pennsylvania, one state away. Things are looking ominous.
I don't wanna play no games.
These lights in Corriganville are awesome. Powered through the last 4 hours driving, 1 hour to go. Cut out any additional stops since I'm already late to Hanukkah. Hopefully still lit when I get there. Made it to Hanukkah, 9 o'clock. Goal was to make it to Hanukkah by 6 o'clock. However, did not specify a time zone. So 9 o'clock is 6 o'clock Pacific. The judges said counts. As always, end the trip right where it started at M&T Bank Stadium. A wild 3 days, field goals at 8 D1 stadiums and Michigan State's practice facility. Hit 6 states, all the schools, all the stadiums, all the states. Thanks for having.